Welcome to Here and There. I'm your host, Whitney Long. On this episode, we will visit with Thelma Moten and Skylar Long from Choosing to Excel, a wonderful organization in Conway celebrating 30 years of service to the community. Also, we will celebrate the holidays with our friends from the Gavin and Gordy Show, a performance from the Conway Symphony Orchestra Christmas concert, and a look back at a past Here and There special when my mom and I cooked up a special holiday favorite from our family. Stay tuned. Here and There starts now.
You've arrived at your destination.
Welcome back, and thank you so much for joining us today. I'm joined by Miss Thelma Moten and Skylar Long from Choosing to Excel. Miss Thelma started the program, and we are excited to hear all about your vision and starting the program and your celebration that's coming up.
Yes.
So start us at the beginning. Tell us what was your motivating factor in starting Choosing to Excel?
Thank you for allowing us to come. I'm excited to have the opportunity, and you know, I like telling the story. So I am a native Arkansan, born and raised right up the road in an area called Twin Groves, Arkansas. And I left Arkansas, left University of Central Arkansas and moved to California, met my hunk of a husband, and we got married and had our children. But in 1987, we chose to move back to Arkansas to start our business here. And it was during that time, I decided to be a stay-at-home mom to help my husband take care of our business. But I was going and watching my son play basketball and just observing the behavior of young girls, specifically in my area. And I was watching some of these young girls make some choices and just doing things that I knew where they were headed because I had made some of those choices. And I thought to myself, if I had had someone to help redirect my choices, I could have not walked into some consequences. And so I was talking to 5 young girls that was underneath me at that point, and I said, you know what, why don't we start somewhat like a mentoring program, and let's call it Prim and Proper. And let's just teach young girls, you know, how to make healthy choices. And we did that. Each one of us took 3 little girls, and by the end of that year, and that was in 1991, by the end of that year, those girls had shared what they were getting with their friends, and we grew from 15 to 52. And there was a teacher here at Conway Junior High School. Her name is Linda Dow. I just love her. She heard about what we were doing, and she said, you know what you guys are doing, there are kids in the school that need that adult guidance beyond what we as educators can give. And she said, you need to do this in the schools. And I didn't know how to make that happen, but Linda did. And she went to a principal. His name was Gerald Harrison. Love him. And she said, I want to give this a shot. And he gave us an opportunity. There were 9 of us at this point, 9 volunteers. We grew from 5 to 9 volunteers. And we went in to do a 1-day workshop. And at the end of every class period, a young girl would come to the door and knock on the door and say, Miss Moten, I brought my friend, and I would like for you guys to share with them. And it just went on and on like that all day. So we thought we had done a good job, and we went home. I thought that's what I came to do. A week later, I got a call from Mr. Harrison, and he called and he said, I need you to come into my office, and we need to visit. And I'm thinking, did we cross a line? And so we came in, and he said, Thelma, I have never had a program that's received this kind of response from my students. And he said, if you want to come back, you need to do something for my boys. And I'm thinking, I don't have anything for boys. But I saw an opportunity. So I talked to a very good friend of mine, and some of people in the audience might know Marvin Delf, who played for the Razorbacks, and a couple other young men in the community. And I said, listen, guys, we have an opportunity, you have an opportunity to share out of your life experiences to help some young people who may be victims and not by choice, or maybe they're stuck in problems and don't understand their potential. We can help them understand their possibilities. They said yes. 30 years later, here we are.
Wow.
30 years later, and in 12 counties across the state of Arkansas. We serve about 10,000 kids a year. And I want to tell you, it was young people like Skylar who, when we would go to the classrooms and we would teach about making healthy choices and how not to become a teen parent and how to break the cycle of poverty, how to follow a success sequence, the success sequence of graduating high school, getting some post-graduation help, and getting a full-time job. and maybe being married before you have children, how that could put you into a sequence that lowers your probability of living a life of poverty. And so we would teach that in the schools. And then afterwards, kids would say, we want more. So we developed a mentoring program. And we would match students with healthy adults in the community that would come 1 hour a week and work with young people. And so young people like Skylar would step up to the plate to say, you know what? I would want to be a peer presenter. So we would train them to come into the classroom with us to present to their peers. We would take them to Washington, and they would talk to the elected officials and talk about the importance and the impact that Healthy Choices was making on their lives. And we've done that. And wow. Skylar is a graduate of the program. Yeah. And we have hired her to fill in and come in. She's now the director of mentoring. Would you talk about that component of our program?
Absolutely. So mentoring is so important to the development of our youth, right? Research shows that every young person can benefit from just having a positive adult role model in their life. Mm-hmm. And so that's really what a mentor is, that positive adult role model. And right now we have multiple kids, incredible kids that just are struggling. They maybe lack a little bit of confidence, but they really need someone to pour into them right now. Mm-hmm. So it is just so pertinent in this time that we have adults, men and women alike, that are able to step up and say, you know what, I have a heart for this. I recognize that these kids are the future leaders of Conway, of Arkansas, of our nation. And so that's such a need right now. All it takes to be a mentor is just one, having a heart for our young people. Two, if you can just devote 1 hour a week to a young person. That's it. Just 1 hour a week out of your time. Some of our mentors take their lunch break and they come and pour into a young person. I think that's amazing. And you get a brief training with me just so you are equipped to be an encourager to our youth. So, yes.
And not only just a brief training, we do a background check, and that's important.
Yes,
we can do it both in person and now virtually, to where if you just don't have the time, we can match you virtually. But we want you to. We would like the audience to understand it's not just about young people who are needy. Sometimes it's young people who are making great choices, and they just want a place to be heard, or just to spend some time with someone outside of home. And the goal is to help our young people know that they matter. Absolutely. That they have potential and they have internal assets, and we can help develop those internal assets. So we're celebrating 30 years.
That's incredible.
30 years of impact, specifically here in Conway School District, where we all got started. And we're going to have that big celebration December 13th.
That's incredible. That's so exciting. So you're having a huge celebration December 13th.
Yes.
For the community.
Yes.
It's free.
Yes.
So everybody can come out and enjoy. And you've got a lady named Bijou coming.
Bijou
coming.
Yes.
She's going to sing and what all does she do?
Bijou is a home visitor for the program.
Okay.
We also, not only do we work with students, our goal is to work with homes. Okay. And so Bijou is one of 4 home visitors that go into the home and work with parents who are they're pregnant or up to the age of 3. Okay. And helping them to get on track and give them their resources so they can pour into their children. And so she's a home visitor, but she's a great entertainer.
Yes.
Really
all
well
across
known.
Arkansas.
All across
her
Arkansas.
voice is like velvet.
Yeah. Yes.
She's amazing.
Yes, and Caitlin Cook is going to be one of our presenters. And the community will get to see and hear some of the success stories of our families and young people who graduated the program and who've been impacted. And then we're going to highlight some of the pioneers that helped us start. And it's an opportunity to invest financially to keep us going, because we are funded by grants, and grants come and go, and they've gone on us. We've lost one. And so this opportunity to celebrate 30 years is also an opportunity to say to the community, we want you to invest into the lives of our kids.
Yes.
When I talk to the governor and I talk to elected officials, when we go to Washington and we talk to those who are representing us there, this is what I share with them. It's our kids don't belong to the federal government. Our kids belong to us in the community. We have a great village, and we need healthy villagers financially supporting our children. And so this 30-year celebration is to shine the light on the needs and the desire for our young people to move forward, but also the opportunity for the community to support us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, that's incredible. So December 13th starts at 6 o'clock.
Yes.
And people can come and experience it, hear the testimonies of people's lives that have been touched.
Yes.
And have an opportunity to give.
Yes.
And they can also go into Emerge downtown.
Yes.
And give there as well.
Yes.
And sign up to be mentors. And can they go online to the website and sign up to be a mentor?
Yes, choosingtoexcel.org. They can sign up to be a mentor.
Okay.
Yes, choosingtoexcel.org. Go downtown to Emerge and see the beautiful Christmas tree with an opportunity to give there as well.
Okay.
Multiple opportunities.
Okay,
Yeah.
wonderful. Well,
Yes.
we will, as a community, stand behind you guys and all show up. Hopefully, we'll all be there and
Yes.
help support you
Yes.
and give to this. We want to be number one. We don't want your grants coming from everywhere else. We need, as a community, need to be here to support you guys. So,
We'll have cookies and hot chocolate for you and just great fellowship. And we promise not to be there all evening, starting at 6, and we'll have you out in a good time.
okay, that sounds great. Well, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you.
We appreciate it.
Hi, I'm Jeff Brooks at Brooks Fine Jewelry. My wife Kathy and I would like to invite everybody down to meet the newest member of our team, Eddie Havens. Eddie is a member of the National Association of Jewelry Appraisers and another gemologist from GIA.
I'm excited to be here in Conway, and I want to thank you for voting Brooks Fine Jewelry the best jewelry store in Faulkner County.
We have also moved Sterling Bar Brooks inside Brooks Fine Jewelry under one newly remodeled roof.
Brooks Fine Jewelry, your jewelry makers in downtown Conway.
A few months ago on Here and There, we met Gavin Thomas Drew and learned about his new show, Gavin and Gordy. You can see new episodes each month on Channel 5 and our YouTube channel. Today, the stars of the show are here to take us through what holiday traditions look like for different households in our community.
Jingle bells, jingle bells.
Hey there, Gordy. Are you ready for the holidays?
Yes, I have my tree up and my stocking is hung by the fire.
Awesome. That's perfect, Gordy. I got my Christmas tree up too, and I'm ready for my family's Christmas traditions.
Tradition? What's a tradition?
Oh, you know, a tradition. Something that you do every year with your family. Some families bake and decorate cookies together. Some have a dinner and a game night. My family opens our Christmas pajamas every Christmas Eve and watches a movie.
I don't think my family has any traditions.
Well, it's never too late to start one.
Does every family have traditions for Christmas?
Well, not every family celebrates Christmas. Jewish families celebrate Hanukkah.
What's that?
Well, Hanukkah is an 8-day festival of lights, and each night those who are celebrating exchange a gift and light another candle on their menorah.
Wow.
Yeah, and others celebrate Las Posadas, and their traditions might include a piñata, a biblical reenactment, and some traditional carols.
Everyone has different traditions based on the holiday that they celebrate.
Exactly, and each family has their own unique traditions, but all of those things that make us different make us special.
I think this year I'm going to order a Christmas Eve pizza.
A Christmas Eve pizza?
Yeah, pepperoni. And then I can do that every year, and that can be my tradition.
I love that idea, Gordy. And to all of our friends watching, whether you celebrate Christmas, Hanukkah, Las Posadas, Kwanzaa, Ramadan, or all of the above, we're wishing you a happy holiday.
That's right. Happy holidays and have a happy new year. Now, Gavin, you think you could help me with the ladder so I can put the star on top of my tree? It's right over here.
Of course I can, Gordy.
Hi, I'm Jeff Brooks at Brooks Fine Jewelry. My wife Kathy and I would like to invite everybody down to meet the newest member of our team, Eddie Havens. Eddie is a member of the National Association of Jewelry Appraisers and another gemologist from GIA.
I'm excited to be here in Conway, and I want to thank you for voting Brooks Fine Jewelry the best jewelry store in Faulkner County.
We have also moved Sterling Bar Brooks inside Brooks Fine Jewelry under one newly remodeled roof.
Brooks Fine Jewelry, your jewelry makers in downtown Conway.
Welcome back to Here and There. Earlier this month, the Conway Symphony Orchestra celebrated the start of the holiday season with It's a Wonderful Conway Life. You can see the concert in its entirety throughout the month on Channel 5.
I'm Jeff Brooks at Brooks Fine Jewelry. My wife Kathy and I would like to invite everybody down to meet the newest member of our team, Eddie Havens. Eddie is a member of the National Association of Jewelry Appraisers and another gemologist from GIA.
I'm excited to be here in Conway, and I want to thank you for voting Brooks Fine Jewelry the best jewelry store in Faulkner County.
We have also moved Sterling Bar Brooks inside Brooks Fine Jewelry under one newly remodeled roof.
Brooks Fine Jewelry, your jewelry makers in downtown Conway.
The holidays are a time for a lot of family and a lot of friends, and especially a lot of food. My beautiful mom joined me for our Here and There Christmas special in 2019 to share one of our family's favorite recipes. Welcome back. Thank you so much for joining me in my home today with my beautiful mom. Thank you for being here.
My pleasure, of course.
So today we're going to share with you a great recipe that we love to cook throughout the year. We have a holiday version and we have a healthy version. So it's squash casserole. Super simple. It's all about, once you've got the ingredients mixed up, about the density of it and how fast it's going to bake. But we're going to give you our version and go from there.
Yeah. But you know, the thing I love about this too that most people will love is that it's super good heated up.
Oh, it is.
You know, it's not one of those just
best
it's only
leftovers.
good when you first pull it out. It's, I think, sometimes better when you heat it up
the
later.
next day. Yep. So if we have our regular version, which is the holiday version, it is squash and zucchini, 2 or 3 squash and zucchini. You got to just, a couple cups there. And then you've got 1 onion, 1 package of crackers, and 2 eggs, 3/4 a cup of milk, 1 cup of cheese. Then you've got your butters, there's 1/4 a cup that goes into the mixture up front, and then you have 2 tablespoons left over for the last part of it. You've also got some garlic that we mix in and saute. So if we want to do this a healthy version, Mom, what do we do?
Well, you know, the way my mom always did it was we put, instead of the crackers, to make it crunchy, we did water chestnuts, which are just wonderful, tasty, and have some health benefits. So yeah, that's what we like to do on a regular basis. So
yeah. You can do almond flour if you don't want to do the crackers. We could do just eggs if you want to cut out crackers, almond meal, cut out all of that and do more of a keto version. It's great too.
Absolutely.
And you just have to watch it. Once you start baking it, it's all about the density and get it as firm or soft as you like it, more firm.
And people can add their own little spices and things. Like some people like to add a little cayenne, give it a little kick, you know, so then they can kind of make it their own.
Yeah, add some chicken to it if you just want to make it a whole meal.
Absolutely.
Okay, real quick, this is how you do it. We take our zucchini and squash, our onion and our garlic, and we saute them. So we go ahead and put them in here. I've got some of it going. And
there you go.
Garlic, thank you. We add our garlic in there, and then we're gonna saute this for about 5 minutes. Real easy. It's got some olive oil already in there. Just let it go, cover it, and set your timer for 5 minutes and just let it go. Super easy. So then, while that is going, we go ahead and we mix our crackers. You want to grab the cheese? Grab the cheese.
No, I already got into those crackers. You know, it's hard to be doing all this stuff and not nibble, right?
It is. I always eat too much while I'm cooking, and then I'm not that hungry.
I know. It's easy to do, isn't it?
Yes, it is. And this would be the point where you'd add the water chestnuts too. If you had those in there, or your almond flour, or if you didn't have either of them, you'd add a couple extra eggs. So we're going to take out part of this. I'm not a real clean cooker. It ends up everywhere, so it is what it is. And you've got your crackers, your cheese. You add your 2 eggs. I'm going to put the milk in there. The milk, which is 3/4 a cup. And then your butter. And then you're going to mix all of this up. Stir it real good. And you want to stir, and then salt and pepper. Mom will tell you I'm a bad salter. I love my salt.
Oh, yeah.
So salt and pepper it. That's up to you. If you don't want salt, you don't have to throw salt in there.
But if you do like salt, you could do sea salt instead, right? Or the Himalayan salt.
I use pink salt.
Yeah.
Himalayan, a little bit extra. So we're going to mix that up. Then once our squash and zucchini are done sauteing with the onion and garlic, we'll put all of that back in here, mix it up, and then add it to our pan. Put our 2 tablespoons of butter back in with the cheese and crackers, mix that up and put it on top. We bake it at 425 for 25 minutes or a little less or more depending on what you've added to it. I would think it's gonna take a little bit more baking, maybe 35 minutes if you've just done eggs. If you add almond meal and the water chestnuts won't make a huge difference, but almond meal, you're probably gonna cook it a little bit longer to make sure it's firm. Okay, so we've got our squash and zucchini.
Yes. Ugh, looks amazing.
Looks amazing.
Smells even better.
Yes, if you could smell this, you'd want it. So, I think I did, there's my timer, right on time.
Oh, yeah.
5 minutes.
And stir this all up.
You stir, let me turn this off real quick. Okay, so we've got everything all mixed in there.
Yes.
Perfect. We have our, we've got our pan, we've got our pan spray. You can spray it with whatever you want, but I recommend doing a little something in there. And then we put it in here. 9 by 13 dish or whatever works for you.
If you really want to make it easy, you can even do it in the little disposables, right? If you're taking it somewhere, you can make it super easy. Or you can make it super beautiful and do it in a pretty glass, right?
It is pretty. All right, so then we have our half of the mixture that we started with the crackers and the cheese. We're gonna put our 2 tablespoons of butter in there.
Yeah. Butter makes it better.
Love that. Butter makes everything better, right? Salt.
Yeah.
Okay, so we put our topping there and it's ready to go. So pretty.
Super easy, amazing to eat after the fact. So that's what we're all waiting on. You know, I've got a fork hidden over here waiting for you to whip it out.
Favorite part of the holidays. There we go. Okay, so let's put it in the oven. And again, you're gonna bake it at 400 for 25, 30 minutes. Just watch it. I'll start with 25 and then check the density. So we've got one that's already ready. Obviously, I didn't cook that up that quick. And this is your finished product.
Oh.
So yummy.
Beautiful, Whitney.
Got it from you, that's for sure. So let's try it. You always have to try it if you're doing a cooking show, right?
Yeah. Yes, definitely.
For sure. Okay, you go first.
Gladly.
Let's see. Try it out here.
Oh,
Delicious.
I'm taking that home with
It's
me.
not oversalted. Thanks so much for joining us today. I've loved having you in my home and us sharing our squash recipe with you. Mom, thanks for joining me. I love you and I appreciate it. We hope you have a Merry Christmas. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. Thanks for watching, and from all of us at Here and There, Merry Christmas. I'm Whitney Long, and I'll be seeing you in 2022, here and there.